This is Hirsch Today with Liam Macmillan Ramirez. Today's top stories: changes in federal law leads to changes in standardized testing, how to prevent obesity and diabetes, and Minecraft. Will it be in a classroom near you soon? And don't miss our exclusive interviews with Hirsch Elementary's own Andrea Hill and meteorologist Britta Merwin from Channel 2 News.
How does homework affect how kids take standardized tests? Back when No Child Left Behind was the law, teachers were mean. They were stressed out about the testing because they were worried that if the students did a bad job on the test, then the school would be gone. Parents were also stressed out, and so were the students, so they would let their kids opt out. And there were no consequences. After lots of parents and teachers complained, lawmakers in Congress finally wrote a new law. After President Obama and the Congress changed the law into the Every Student Succeeds Act, schools are given money and help if the students do badly on the standardized test to make sure students get help they need to learn and succeed. Teachers now don't have to worry about the test. Instead, they can relax and help kids learn, which will help them do well on the standardized test. Businesses say that the standardized tests are good for kids because they help kids learn to deal with stress. Most kids pass the standardized test. Teachers use homework to prepare students for the standardized test, to practice the skills they learn in the class and show their parents what they are doing at school. To learn more about how teachers handle homework and prepare students for standardized tests, I sat down with my third grade teacher, Mrs. Hill, and asked her about STAR testing and homework. Is there less pressure for students because President Obama changed the law?
I believe there's less pressure for everybody.
Yes,
on the test now that he's changed the law.
In America, actually.
Yes. However, I think that it takes time for the pressure to come off because people have been so used to all of the pressure, right?
Yes.
So the teachers, the adults have to learn that there's less pressure now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to put less pressure on the students. I think there's always going to be pressure on the students because it's a test and nobody likes to take tests.
How do you prepare your students to do in the test?
How do I prepare my students to do well in the test? It takes an entire year to prepare for that test.
Yes. Just like you learned us all year, and now I was like, it's easy.
It is easy. I prepare you with all the content, Liam, that you need. And as we go a little bit in the way, like as we're going through and trekking through, we give you little sample questions that relate to the test, right? So you sometimes don't even know that I'm relating things to the test as you're going through. And then, since you know all the material, it's just a matter of applying it to that specific kind of question.
How much homework is the right amount of homework?
I think the right amount of homework has to do with each individual student. And we have to remember that the reason we give homework is to help teach children responsibility and also to reinforce the things that we're learning in school. So that way, if you are working independently and you struggle, you can come back to the teacher and say, I didn't understand this. So I think it depends on each individual student in terms of the amount of homework that we give, but we'd like to not give more than about 30 to 40 minutes of homework at night because you're in school all day. And who wants to go home and do homework, right?
Yeah.
Not me.
How does homework actually help teachers see how you're doing, actually?
It communicates. It communicates because it allows you the time, the independent time to apply what you were learning in school. And it also allows your parents to see the things that we're learning in school because your parents are not with us all day. So if you take home things that we're learning, then they can say, oh, you're learning about planets. And then you also can then in turn teach your parents about the things that you're learning in school, not necessarily just on your homework, but through the conversation about your homework that you're learning with your parents.
How does homework actually help the teacher reteach the work for the student?
Well, there's two things. So one is if the students go home and go home and do the homework by themselves and work independently on it and bring it back, the students can communicate with the teacher, I didn't understand a particular part of the assignment, will you help me with that particular part of the assignment? Or if you're working independently on the assignment and you don't come back with questions, and then when I look at your answers and I see that you have executed the work properly, then I know that you understand it.
Yes.
Right? The other side is that if you go home and you work on your homework and your parents are always helping you with your homework, then it also tells me that you don't fully understand the work, and so that I get to reteach it to you in small groups instead of teaching it to you as a whole class. I can work with you privately or with a couple of other students who misunderstand the material.
When does it help a teacher to be more serious, and when does it hurt?
I think there has to be a balance between the two. And I think that the way that I work with my students is they know that I'm very serious about their work. I'm very serious about the level of work that they do and the effort that they put into their work. I'm very serious about the honor of their work, saying that they have done their work when I ask them if they've done their work independently, or if they're working in groups, that they work together instead of having one person carry more weight than the other. I think those are the times that I'm very, very serious. If there's an assessment that is very important and you have a goal and you want to reach that goal, you have to be very serious about reaching that goal. I think as a teacher, that's my job to enforce the seriousness. But I think on the flip side, on the opposite side of that, is that you're children, and there has to be a sense of understanding and compassion, and I have to show you love and attention, and at the same time you understand that through my generosity of love and attention, I am also very serious about your education.
Yes.
Yes.
What do I eat at lunch? Kids should eat healthier foods at lunch to prevent obesity and diabetes. These foods include more fruits and vegetables and whole milk, not fat-free. A recent study discovered that consuming whole-fat dairy kept people from being obese and prevented them from developing diabetes. Childhood obesity is a growing epidemic in America. One simple change kids can make to choose whole plain milk and not the strawberry or chocolate fat-free milk that is loaded with sugar. Fat-free chocolate or strawberry milk contains the same amount of sugar as a can of soda. Consuming too much sugar can lead to weight gain and diabetes. Diabetes is a medical condition where the body cannot get rid of extra sugar in the bloodstream and causes the organs and nerves to break down inside a person's body. This can lead to blindness, loss of limbs, and death. But diabetes can be prevented. Kids should choose to eat more fruits and vegetables, drink plain whole milk, and get at least 30 minutes of exercise per day. Recess should last at least 30 minutes per school day. And kids should run around or walk during those 30 minutes to burn calories. Exercise also helps kids learn more in class and reduces discipline problems. Overall, kids should make simple changes and talk to their parents about not eating a lot of fast food or fried foods and drinking more water and whole milk and less soda and sugary drinks. They should also ask their parents to go for a walk or a bike ride to take them to the park and play with them. Being active and healthy as a family makes a big difference in the health of each family member. Small changes do add up. Obesity and diabetes are reaching epidemic levels in America today. Doctors tell us to stop obesity and prevent diabetes. We need to be active. How can kids be more active at school when recess is only 30 minutes? And sometimes get taken away by a consequence? Some schools have a solution to these problems. They added used exercise bikes to their classrooms and they let kids read while riding. Riding the bikes helps them understand and remember what they read. And it also burns calories. Overweight students don't like PE or recess and can get embarrassed by physical activity and not being good enough. When they ride a bike, nobody notices if they are going slow or fast. Everyone is too busy riding and reading to care. Kids who get in trouble for moving too much can use a bike to help them concentrate. Another good idea is a standing desk. This way, those kids don't get in trouble for standing up or moving back and forth. When they do, they'll work. Kids who read while they bike were able to remember more of when they read. Students who scored 21% on the comparison test when they didn't ride scored 82% when they did read and ride. Kids also wanted to read more and do their work on a bike or at a standing desk. This means more kids would have to get their recess and be in trouble less. Riding bikes and using standing desks are good for students and teachers. Hopefully more schools will add bikes and standing desks to their classrooms to help kids be healthy and good. Judge Ed Emmett is taking the lead on installing gates at underpasses that flood to stop people from driving into them and drowning, like at 610 and 59 during the tax day floods. Judge Emmett said people drowning from floodwaters is unacceptable. No city officials have ever kept records on how many people have drowned in their cars or where the trouble spots are. But Judge Emmett vowed to do just that. Underpasses at 610 and 59 is one of the deadliest and things have to change immediately. A gate would stop people from driving into deep waters where hidden pumps suck the water down into tunnels. This would prevent people from drowning. Texas Department of Transportation has pledged $447 million to improve the totally rebuild the highway. Entrance ramps and underpass at 610 and 59 and help save lives. I sat down with Britta Merlin to find that out. How do we prevent people from getting flooded?
The best thing to do to prevent people from having to deal with flooding, or at least being in danger's way, is getting people prepared. So letting them know when the weather is going to be really bad, when we could possibly see flooding, so there's the forecasting part, but on top of it, it's teaching people the right things to do. So the day of the floods, we told people to stay home. Do not go on the roads. And it's important for people to listen to our warnings.
And the days of the floods, like 2 weeks ago, on Sunday, when I was going to sleep, my mom got this warning, the tornado alert, and I was like super scared. She knew what to do. She got me inside the hallway and she covered me up.
Yes, and that's exactly what you need to do. So that's the best way to keep people safe, is to go out and teach people what a watch is, what a warning is, and where they should go when they hear those words. But it's important for people to listen to our warnings. When we tell people to stay inside, it's because we know how bad it is, and people need to really, really pay attention to that. And especially when it comes to flooding, you never should drive or walk through standing or flooded water or moving water.
Yeah, there might be snakes or...
There might be. And also you might not know how deep it is. And also in places like that one spot, 61059, when that floods, there's very powerful pumps that turn on to try and suck the water out.
But then it gets so overflowed, it like boom, it explodes with a water geyser, like boom, it like a water bomb.
So it's really important for people to stay away from that. And that's how we can save people in floods, is by people knowing not to go outside. And also there's big barricades that set up that say do not enter. So if we teach people to really listen, they'll stay safe.
A person died because they went inside there even though they didn't even listen to the sign.
Yes.
And they just went through it and then they dropped.
And they need to listen.
How did you become a meteorologist?
Okay, to become a meteorologist, you have to go to college. You need to get a Bachelor's of Science in Atmospheric Sciences, which is a lot of math and science. And after that, you can go get your first job. If you want to do research on weather and you want to learn how to really help people, I mean, we help people on TV, but there's special meteorologists that go all the way. They become doctors of meteorology. And those scientists can actually learn how to make computer models and possibly one day be able to do a 100% accurate forecast, which is really cool.
What made you want to be on TV?
So when I first got into meteorology, I wanted to be a storm chaser. I wanted to chase tornadoes. My mom wasn't really happy about that. Yeah, she gave me that look too. So...
And that was like the look of a tornado.
Exactly. That's a good one, Liam. I like that. So I started learning about TV when I got into high school, and I interned at a TV station in college, and I thought it was a really cool way to be able to help people get through the weather. So that's when I decided I wanted to be on the actual TV side. It was kind of when I went through school and saw how different things work. But I always loved the weather, and I always wanted to be a meteorologist.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liam. Good job, sir. Appreciate it.
Games are for learning too. I love Minecraft. All my friends love Minecraft. We play it at home constantly. We only stop when we have to do our homework. But what if playing Minecraft with our friends was our homework? At schools across America, it already is. Teachers are using Minecraft to teach social studies, math, science, and history. Minecraft also allows students to work as a problem-solving team and leads kids to success for many reasons. Kids need rules, and Minecraft has very clear rules. Kids want levels, and Minecraft has them, or you can build them. Kids want big goals like earning A's and graduating. And Minecraft has big goals like recreating the Battle of the Alamo. Minecraft uses reading, writing, and problem solving in a fun way. Microsoft bought Minecraft, so you can guess they will be making schools offers that will be hard to refuse. Hopefully Minecraft homework will be in a school near you very soon.